grew up in Tuscaloosa, Alabama for most of my first 18 years. This is the rural South. Jim Crow still existed. We had restrictions on where we could go to the bathroom, where we could drink water, things like that. Here's my recollection about Black people trying to vote in Tuscaloosa at that time. It was difficult. It was difficult, and a lot of them were turned away. Even then, they were trying to put up barriers related to having some kind of ID. A lot of them didn't even drive, let alone have some kind of ID that they could produce. Separate but equal did not mean equal.
My father told me of his experience of trying to register to vote in Canton, Mississippi. And down there, all Black people who had any hopes of voting had to pay what was called a poll tax of $2 a year. My father paid his poll tax. He went down to register to vote, and they asked him a lot of silly, I call unanswerable questions. How many kernels of corn is on a corn cob? Something like that. Stupid stuff. And he didn't pass that, so he was never able to register to vote. And I don't know of any of my family members who ever voted. Voting was never discussed in my family. We didn't talk about it, we didn't think about it, because we knew that we couldn't be involved in it. And when I became of age and I was working, I was teaching. Teachers were told that if they made an attempt to vote, they would lose their jobs. So I never tried.
When I think about what my aunt and my relatives went through, it's kind of eye-opening, because this happened just a few years ago, not even hundreds and hundreds of years like I would imagine it happened. And it's kind of eye-opening how now, just a few years later, I'm having all these opportunities and I'm able to do this, which they would have had backlash for.
My mom, Clara, she wanted to get registered to vote. And I think the literacy test may have tripped her up some. And that whole experience inspired her to go back to school and get her high school diploma. And I don't think she missed one after that. She voted regularly.
When I hear about my aunt's experience trying to get the right to vote, I'm really inspired. People were fighting for it. People were dying for it. They were dying for us and my generation to be able to speak our opinion. We are given this, so we should use it.
When I moved to Chicago, it was a feeling of relief that I could take part in the election process, never having done it before in my life. But I was totally happy that I was able to exercise my right to vote. Very, very happy. And I've been voting ever since, every year.
It was a big victory for Black people. I remember distinctly one of the things that I saw happen after more Black people got the vote, that the street that I lived on was paved. It was not before. In fact, the street would stop where the white neighborhood started. The street would change from paved to unpaved. And finally, enough votes from the Black people in the community who registered to vote meant that they got a paved street. I could see actual change.
Voting gives me a voice and a chance to speak my opinion and to hopefully get my voice heard. It's really inspiring and makes me feel like I can make some good change too.
I'm hopeful about the America that Eva and her generation are inheriting. And I'm hopeful about it because of people like Eva.
I think a lot of people want to vote and are excited to vote. It's kind of like it's uncool not to vote now.
Oh, that's very encouraging. Yeah, Eva.
I'm glad to see any young person who is exerting that effort. That makes me real proud.
This is a right we shouldn't have to fight for. We really shouldn't.
Thank you for watching this story from our online docuseries Stand Up Speak Out, the personal politics of women's rights. Please like and subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified when a new video is up. Share with your friends. Leave us a comment with your reaction to the story. All this helps us to reach more people. Visit our website, bcvoices.org, to learn more and support our work on our next episode.